second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Carl Joseph came rolling in on the safety blitz. Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd down and goal. Hurts toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Mason. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for Detroit.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. And where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Benson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Check. 59.
Off the play fake. Mason. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a give, right side. Burrell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Here we go. A gain of 13.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Romeo Okwara gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive. The bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. That's from 44 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
106 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mason. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mason. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. 2nd down and 5. Back to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he does. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds.
Let's go.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On second down, Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get things started in the NFC North. Minnesota on the road traveling to Lambeau. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
An option handoff given to Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's been a busy man here in this one, and there
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And some room to work. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. The fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Hurts. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football.
On first down, Mason shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Second and 20.
Back to throw. Mason. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Pulled in at the 24. Getting set to go again, Dallas Goedert marching back onto the field. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Open man right side, Myers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Out of the gun now on third down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Down to the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Going for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's second down.
On second down, Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on third down, Mason.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Burrell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Off play action. Mason. And Shark hauls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Mason. And that'll be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Burrell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Mason. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll run on first down. Burrell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, They kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll set up a throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They'll look to throw here. Hurts fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Off the play fake. Mason. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
On first down, Burrell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's caught left side. Myers with it. That catch good for only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
That's what I do. Hey, 25 for Mike. We'll go 25 for Mike. And let's get this.
Throwing is Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.